Hello and welcome to Backpedal Art, and welcome to what I'm hoping is the last video with the Spitfire. Not because I'm not enjoying it, but because it's about time I finished it. So if you watched the last video, and a few people commented on it, I stuck these on the wrong way around, didn't I? The exhaust manifest. So I've turned it around the right way. Yay! Looks better with it the right way around, doesn't it? So where we got up to is getting a little fellow in his cockpit and having his canopy on. So this bit here. So let's get into it and let's get this Spitfire finished, which has been, I think, about 3 years in the making. That's a nice word at the top. Finishing touches to your model. There is bits for the base, which I've already said in a previous video that I'm going to do all together at the end because I got fed up of doing little bits here and little bits there. But look how detailed he is. Cool, isn't he? Even the bits you won't see because he'll be sat in his chair are still detailed. Sitting on his parachute. So let's turn the page just so you get an idea of what is coming. I don't mind for these little bits. Like I say, I'm going to do all this at the end. So there's like little, it's finishing touches by the look of it. Fitting the fellow in his plane. Doing the top bits. There's lots of fiddly little bits, isn't there? And the canopy. And then those bits go on. And, ooh, completed. The model is completed. And then the remote control supplied in the next issue, which I've already got. So this is the last bit to finish the plane. Oh, how exciting. Here we go. So there's the pilot. It's safe and snug in his seat. Lovely blue eyes, isn't he? So now for the gun sight, the all-important shooty bit. Where's the bits? There they are. Again, look how small everything is. So just got to attach those two things and pop it into the plane. So there's the gun sights in place. So doing the canopy now, that's one bit done where I put the glass in the frame. You can see what I'll be doing. There's more to go together, but there's also the canopy hood release. I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but look how, again, look how detailed it is. So detailed. And sticking that on, sticking some other things on, and then carefully, that's not very good, is it? Put it on the plane. Try and get it to focus, Paul. Just a tip when you're doing the rear view mirror. Make sure you remove the blue plastic protective film before you stick it on. I'm having a hell of a job peeling off. I managed to get it started now, but yeah, just a tip for anybody who's doing it. Peel the blue stuff off before you stick the mirror onto its frame. Yeah, I don't mind sharing my mistakes. So that's the canopy done. Look at that little rear view mirror on his canopy at the front. And the release hatch. So we've just got to put those on there, which will make a hell of a difference. So there's one in place. That's two in place. And I think we've just got to do the slidey one now, haven't we? Look at him checking himself out in the rearview mirror. Cheeky little scamp. And that's the third one on. It does slide backwards and forwards, but they do warn you, be careful when you slide it back. Oh, get back in the sliding. I broke it already. Because the catch obviously will catch on his head. So I'm just going to put it forward. Shut his little hatch. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. So if I have the door frame up, that's got to stay on there. Oh, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, there you go. So where I'm at is just fitted that on. What's this? Identify the fixing point for the pilot tube. Apply the auxiliary peg on top of the tube and fit in place. Isn't that weird that that's the last thing that you put on the plane? The very last thing. That. I thought they'd have told you to put that on earlier. And then it's fixing it to the base. But I need to finish the base before I can fit it on. Oh, it's so nearly done. So nearly Nearly done. There's also some little bits like here that are in a tray somewhere, and I just got to fit those bits on, but I'll get around to it. So this is the base it sits on. Look at the size of it. I'm going to put my hand on it for scale. So you've also got the two bits that go up and down, and that, as you can probably tell, plugs into the plane itself because of all the electrics. So I need to turn this thing over so I can get at the back, so I can start doing some of the older stuff that I skipped, which is like putting the battery packs in. Doesn't mean a trip to the shops for batteries, which is probably going to cost me £4,500. I said turn it over. What I meant to say was take the panels off, because the panels just come off like that, so you can get into it. And then you've got to play a game of make sure you know where the panels went. Right, starting to expose all the motors again. All right, let's get into this bad boy. Well, that is confusing. Now, previously, I mean, I've just been wiring, by the way. I took a wire out of there as told to do so there. Put that wire into here, and then another wire went into there, and this one from the last battery case will go in there shortly, and that'll be all of it wired up. But this has always been unattached. Now, it makes no mention to do this, but does that wire now go into there? Looking at the pictures, bear in mind that this is where all the wires is. It's all over here. There's nothing over here, just show you. Bearing in mind that the pictures show the wire coming around and never shows it going anywhere but away from everything. And it is going up there again. And then it makes no more mention about that wire, it just says it's completed. I'm guessing it goes into there. And just so as you know what it is, it's the all-important on-off switch. I've got a bit of a dilemma here. Do I shove it in there? It's got to go somewhere. That goes into there. That's a given. That's definite. There is no other socket where it could possibly go other than in there, but it makes no reference to it. So I'm going to stick it in there and hope for the best. Has to go in there. Has to. Right, so I've wired it all up, and I've even stuck the little things down. You get little pads, sticky pads. You know, you need to see that. Yeah, so that's the base finished, other than obviously putting the batteries in. So, short interlude as I nip to the shops to buy some batteries. I say some, 8. This is going to be expensive. I'm going to get the cheapest ones. So, got me some batteries, and I even got some for the remote when I make it, because I am on fire today. So let's pop those batteries in there where they belong. The battery's in, and I did the right thing by plugging that in there for anyone who was curious, because when I turn it on, you might hear the motor go. Yeah, I did the right thing. So all I've got to do is put the baseboards on top. You know, if I'm clever, I could do it one at a time. Watch this. There's 1. There's 2. We have 3, and I'm sure this editing is going terribly wrong. That's 4. Can't believe I haven't messed this up yet. That's 5. And now we have all 6. Now, what I've got to do is pop the Spitfire in here. Oh, God, they're blurry. All blurry all over the place. Doesn't know what to focus on, does it? So, these two things have... Oh, try and keep my phone around. These little suction cup things. And the tail of the plane plugs into that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see how it fits on and then show you it with the Spitfire on. Right, so there it is on its base, and I was right about the switch. And you can see how it sort of plugs in on the back, can't you? So when I do the switch on the side, it sort of goes through some sort of calibration thing. So things that should light up. And so like the tail move a bit. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. I suppose better make the remote control next. Oh, and in case anyone's wondering, I fitted that part after I fitted it on, because I didn't want that breaking off as I was fitting on. It looks very flimsy. It's the pitot tube, well, the fixture for the pitot tube. But there it is, in place. So I have officially finished the Spitfire, apart from... got to do the remote control. And there is little figures that you can have standing around the plane as well, as you will see shortly. So I now officially have not much table space because that's taking all of it up. But isn't that cool? I like the casing, the Spitfire design. So there's a lot to do on this one, and unfortunately, I don't like it when you've got additionals. So I've got to have a good old read before I start this. Oh, that had my heart going. Replacement parts. And you start talking about, you know, replacement parts for inside the thing. Oh my god, I didn't want to take that apart. And then inside the plane, I was thinking, oh no, you are kidding me. But I'm guessing these parts were given to us as it went along. And for some reason, they decided to say at the end. I guess. I mean, it's too late for me to do anything else. It's complete. So let's just build the, what's it called? Remote control. And if you look at it, it's got some interesting things on it. Start up, take off, guns, light on, landing, Morse, turn off, display flying and full height. And you've got some up, downs, lefts, rights. Oh, I can't wait to get this done. So we attach that to that. We put these two things in there and in there. Ooh, and there's another thing at the top there. I'll go and shove that one in as well. Like so. And then these and that all go together to create that. Oh god, none of this looks fun, does it? Let's shove it in. Officially the hardest part of the model so far is building a blimmin' remote. I had so much fun trying to get that screw in. It'd fall off, it'd go down that slip behind here, I'd have to take it off, get it back in. Oh. Let's just say I've not enjoyed doing this remote so far. One more goes in there. You don't have 4 for some reason, or even 5, just the 2. But I suppose, hey, they know what they're doing. Duh, that's why there was no screws in those other 3 holes, because now I screw in the 3 holes via the back to put the back on. I'll get there one day. One day I will be a clever chappy. God, look at it. It's massive. It's like one of those old style remotes. Love the sound when you press the buttons. And all I've got to do is put the batteries in. Wants me to do one screw. I'll screw it in. And then we're ready to go. Ooh. I'm going to test it first. I don't want to do it without testing it first. God, you know something's not going to work. But let's find out together. Okay, so there she is. She's not perfect, but she is pretty awesome. So, obviously, lovely green light. Turn her on. Shall we start her up? That's so cool. That is so cool. Shall we take off? Yeah, let's take off. You can send out a message to your friends that you're taking off. A little bit of Morse code. Oh no! Enemy fighters incoming! A few short bursts. Let's turn the lights on as well, because, you know, it'd be rude not to have the lights on. Just gonna tilt the plane to the... Oh! Let's tilt it the other way. Oh no! We're crashing! After a little while, it sort of decides that it's landing. Chicken and I'm all being busybodies around the plane, and I can't be bothered with all that, so I'm not going to bother with them. They can stay in a little package all sealed away, because I think it's better having it do enough, well, what it's supposed to be doing. Attacking German planes. Right, let's leave it there. I'm done. So I hope you enjoyed seeing the Spitfire take shape. It took over 3 years, and if I ever get the part, I will carry on. Look at the mess under there with Ecto 1. Yeah. Of course, it's loud, isn't it? Right. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed that. Please leave a like. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you again real soon, where I get my hands onto something else. Well, it looks like something's missing there, but it's not. It's just the flaps down, that's all. Oh, and just one thing before it does go. Ooh, watch your fingers. So as you lift the... Whoop, whoop. Oh, and I do have the little bits that I've got to stick in to cover up where the screw holes are, but I didn't want to do that until it was finished. But there you go. It's all done. It's all done, bar a couple of little pieces to put in. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.